we've all heard the saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too, but I think I may have found the exception to the rule here tonight at the Books2Eat Gala in Edmonton. Welcome, I'm your host, Breanne McLachlan, and this is Galas and Giving, Shaw TV's spotlight on local charity events. Tonight, they are merging the culinary, literary, and superhero worlds in order to celebrate and support two initiatives run by the Edmonton Public Library. How? Well, let's go inside and check it out. From historical cakes to whimsical cakes, the over 400 guests at the 10th annual Books2Eat Gala had no shortage of pastry or creativity. But what do cakes, books, and this gala have in common? The baked masterpieces are raising money for the EPL's Welcome Baby program that we had a chance to experience the other day.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing? We're first-time parents, so everything at that stage was very overwhelming, and I always came to the library before, but I would run in and out, so I never really thought of it as a place to come and bring Daniel.
And my armpits are the most ticklish.
He may only be 8 months old, but Daniel has already read dozens of books. A routine new mom, Michelle Patterson-Knipp, says was made easier by the Welcome Baby program put on by the Edmonton Public Library.
When Daniel was around 6 weeks and he went in for his first immunizations at the local health clinic, we were given a nice bag from the Edmonton Public Library with a book and a CD and lots of materials regarding the library with 100 books, baby books for him to read.
Partnering with Alberta Health Services, EPL has already delivered more than 12,000 packages to new babies and their families, hoping to jumpstart early literacy in children.
Early literacy isn't about teaching your child to read, it's about preparing them for learning. So there's tons of research that shows that the development of the brain happens, a huge amount of it happens, before the time a child is 5.
Yeah, I told you. It definitely shows that, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. And by getting a lovely gift from the Edmonton Public Library just showed that it's the community that takes care of our children.
As for Daniel, it seems he too is excited about the Books2Eat event. But maybe someone should tell him the gala's name is just a play on words. Funds from tonight's event also went towards the EPL To Go van, connecting Edmontonians in new and underserved neighborhoods with library services.
Well, the extra programs are like an addendum to what we do. We do provide literacy programs for sure with the basic funds that we receive, but we want to go above and beyond that. We want to do a little more, actually a lot more.
Hoping to raise top dollar for these programs, local bakers designed their cakes around the evening's fitting library theme. Literary heroes. There were Canadian icons.
The theme was a hero, of course, and for me it was Terry Fox. I remember watching him on TV and championing his fight for cancer, and I felt somebody who was real and tangible and someone that would pull at people's heartstrings and remind us about such a true Canadian hero.
And there were everyday warriors.
Every mom is kind of a superhero. We do so many tasks in one day, and I just thought it was a good fit. What to expect when you're expecting, that's when the superhero starts. You're creating something in front of you, like inside of you, it's right there.
While some stuck with the classic superhero theme.
Well, we're like major comic book nerds. We love, Edmonton Public Library, and thought it was a great way to get involved and support them.
And you're probably wondering, how long does it take to create one of these top-notch cakes?
Actually, to tell you the truth, we lost count of the hours, but basically the majority of the production on the sugarwork and sculptures happened over the course of the week. The actual cake itself for the base and the cake for Baymax only kind of came together in the last 24 hours.
But the hard work paid off. Some of these creations going for over $300 each. And the giving didn't stop there. Dozens of silent and live auction items had guests digging deep. A dinner with real-life heroes at an Edmonton fire hall went for over $4,000, while an original signed copy of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban sold for a whopping $8,000. Guests raised a total of over $215,000 at this year's Books to Eat Gala, perhaps inspired by the presence of Edmonton Library legend himself, Stanley A. Milner.
Well, all of a sudden I'm a mayor. All of a sudden I'm an alderman in the city of Edmonton.
Then again, it's not that hard to be proud and supportive of an institution that recently won Library of the Year for 2014, an award some have described as comparable to a Nobel Prize or winning the Stanley Cup.
It's a place to learn, to create, to seek hope and inspiration, to find a friend, a supporter, an idea.
I think the library in people's minds has changed in the last decade or so. I think people believe now that the library is more of an essential service than they have ever done before. And certainly winning Library of the Year in 2014 helped us significantly to let our city know that we are a force to be reckoned with.
I don't always like to say that Edmonton is world class at everything, but we are world class at libraries, and these buildings are, it's a bold statement, but I would say they're second to none. We're very lucky.
For Galas and Giving on Shaw TV, I'm Breanne McLachlan.